introduce first my father, Kurt, who was very reluctant to do this, but once again, here he is, doing stuff that I asked him to do. So, Kurt, without any further ado, please, do as you do.
For about 32 years, so if I forget a few things, I have my assistants, I have Vanna White, my granddaughter, to help me. I have some props and my wife to help me. As Jeremy said, I'm Jeremy's father. As you know, as Jeremy just took one of my lines from me, he tends to be a little bit adventurous at times. Maybe even a little wild and crazy. And two possible stories that I have related to that. One, when he was visiting his relatives in Finland, he happened to go out to a sauna on a lake and floated out into the middle of the lake. And what does he do? It had just come out of ice 5 days before. It's 34 degrees, so Jeremy decides to take a little swim with nothing on but his birthday suit. Now there's one example. Now the second one, I should say I did witness this and get a photo, but I didn't bring that photo. The second one is, now I didn't witness this, but I heard a rumor to the effect that, I think some of you know that he likes to partake every now and then of a little barley. And rumor has it when he was down at Grants Pass, Oregon Caves, I'm not sure where it was, but he heard there was a ladies' night out at one of the local establishments. So, and half price, free drinks. So what does Jeremy do? He dressed up as the opposite sex, entered the bar, and tried to work his way out of a drink or two. And I'm sure the bartender gave him one of those just for that effort. Now, you might ask, how did he get this way? Well, over here in the corner, it was his mother. And, I mean, it started right from the start. He wanted out of her so bad that at 2 in the morning, we're on our way to the hospital, kicking and screaming. And he wasn't the only one kicking and screaming. My wife was throwing dirty rags at me in the hospital. And within 24 to 30 hours after he was delivered, he was at a baseball game, his brother's baseball game, and it started right there. So, adventure, and up through high school, he did things like all of you do. He raised sheep, pigs, rabbits. He had a horse named Allie. Did all of those things for 4-H. He also did Scandinavian dance with Eric. They went to Minnesota, Disneyland. He learned how to clam dig, duck hunt, fish, play cribbage with grandparents. Even, did you scuba dive, or was that your older brother? I get them mixed up, but scuba diving too. And then I need my first prop. They want to know why I'm dressed like this. Well, Jeremy, in his younger days, wanted to be a cowboy. And so even though my wife didn't like my cowboy outfit, she said it looked too fancy, so she dressed me up a little bit more as Jeremy, a hee-haw. Now, he did hay in his day, but he somehow got allergic to throwing hay bales and cats. So I don't know about that. But anyway, no, not that one.
Oh, not that one.
You know, the cowboy picture.
Oh, okay.
And would you go around and just let him have a good look at that young cowboy? And I'm wearing bib overalls like he did. I have the cowboy hat. Well. So anyway, that's why I'm dressed partly like Jeremy. They wouldn't let me carry my 6-shooters on the plane though. So anyway, that's Jeremy at a younger age. Would you post that one on there for me, please? And, oh, I need prop number 2 by your right hip, dear. And also in high school, as you see by Jeremy's Letterman jacket, he, along with Charlie and a lot of other guys, played a lot of sports in high school. And he had a superstition. He figured if he wore these every game through his high school career, have success all the time. And they pretty much did, as Charlie and Eric and them can testify to.
Wearing those tomorrow.
Yes. So anyway, if you see these tomorrow...
That's hot, Christy. Hot, hot.
Yes.
Once he got out of high school, he didn't stop his adventurous ways. Well, I don't know where to begin on all these adventures he went on. I mean, he went whitewater rafting. When he was at a church camp in Oregon, out of Eugene, he conned 4 other people, I believe 4 others, into jumping out of an airplane. Including, was it 2 girls?
Yeah, that was my first date.
Oh! She never came back there. But there were many adventures like that. Probably the one that also I remember is when he was his 2nd or 3rd year after Eric had left Idaho, and I think there's a reason for this, Eric. He had 2, not just 1, but 2 girl roommates. Now, I don't know how he came up with this scenario, but I think at least he's got smart and he's dwindled it down by 1. So, and a keeper. Now, besides that, can I have the next prop, please? Cuddles. Right behind you. Before he even went. And my wife tells me the story. See, men remember this differently than women. But basically, Jeremy, the first 2 or 3 years, he had a habit of crawling into bed with us and always slipping right in between us. And he would toss and turn and smack his mother all the time. So she bought him Cuddles and put it on the side of the bed with a sleeping bag. And he had this, well, till about a year ago. No, maybe not a year ago, but close enough. That's Cuddles.